Hello folks, how are we doing today? So I have stolen this video here, I'll be perfectly honest with you, from the Alfred video you can see on screen now. Essentially, I'm just ranking all of the mains I've had in almost every video game. Yeah, so there's a lot of fighting games on here as you can see. We've got Ike, Princess Peach, you know, etc, etc. But there are also some other ones which you may not be too familiar with, or you might think, how can that possibly be a main? There's literally Hades on this list. But yeah, we're going to go through the list one by one, and I'm going to rank them on this tier list here below. I've named the tiers. Top tier is Goat on the Sticks. We then go to Felt Like Jazz. Had fun with the character. It was okay, and had to main someone. I will change that now to it was okay. So I also have a microphone now. The last video was just the phone mic. I'm hoping this is a little bit better. And yeah, steady away. So, we're going to start here, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and I've got Ike here. So obviously Brawl is known for mainly just Meta Knight, and mainly just Meta Knight. But yeah, Brawl was probably my first Smash game. I had it on the Wii. Fantastic game, spent loads and loads of hours in there. Played the classic mode God knows how many times, and Subspace Emissary, one of the best ever stories I would say in a Smash game in general. Like, World of Light doesn't come close to Subspace Emissary. In terms of actually playing the game though, or how the characters felt, like obviously Meta Knight was the best, but I didn't want to put him on there because no one mained Meta Knight, everyone just played him because you had to, and I didn't want to put that, so I picked Ike as well. I'd say I had fun, because I wasn't particularly good at Smash, so particularly good at Brawl, I'm not very particularly good at Smash as it is, but I really had fun playing with Ike. I think he was a sword character, before the sword characters got like everyone's a fucking swordy now, although I do have quite a few swordies written down here, but carrying on. We're going to move on to Smash Bros. Melee now, and I've got Peach here now. Oh dear. When you think of Melee, I think of Fox, I think of Puff, I think of Falco, mainly because of Mango. And you don't really think too much of Peach. I remember I was watching some Armada gameplay earlier this year, and I thought, you know what, A, I really want to play Melee because I hadn't really played Melee before this year, and B, I want to give Peach a whirl. And you know something, I really enjoyed it. I don't think I put enough hours into Melee to really put Peach and Felt Like Jazz, but again, it's going in, probably just had fun. Now, as you can see, we've gone to Smash Ultimate, and I could tell you, I did not know who I mained here. There's about 8 names here. Well, I think this is in chronological order. From what I remember, I was setting this video about an hour or so ago, getting the photos and everything, and I think this is the chronological order for it. So, yeah. We'll start with Corrin. This is the first ever character that I mained. I put a fair few hours into this, nothing crazy, just mainly just my mate just kicking my ass with his Puff, to be honest with you. It was okay. However, King K. Rool, this is the first thing going Goat on the Sticks. Fucking down smash was fantastic, and K. Rool was, I believe, a semi-zoner, I think is what they call it, where he can obviously do like close combat incredibly well. He's he's got super armor on his Nair. His counter's really good too. He's got a massive fucking hitbox, and in terms of the general game, he's not very good. However, between me and my friend group, he was absolutely fantastic. I had a lot of fun playing K. Rool, and that's why he definitely goes and Goat on the Sticks. And similar to that, well, similar and not similar to that, we have Wolf here, and Wolf is going in Felt Like Jazz. Everything that Wolf did in Smash Ultimate, I just fucking loved. He had no end lag on his Smash moves from what I remember. His tilt moves are fun too. He was an agile character. These two are like very much antithesis of each other, even though obviously Wolf's neutral is like the best in the game. But yeah, I had a fantastic time playing with Wolf as well as I did with K. Rool. And then I watched Castlevania. If you haven't watched the series, it is a fantastic show. It's on Netflix. There's 4 seasons of it, and there's a second series called Nocturne. Both really good. Anyways, that's when I started playing the Belmonts. And I put Richter on here. Could I play more Richter than Simon? Could Richter's just like better? And I would say, again, purely for the amount of fun that I had during my friend group, it's quite tough between Goat and Sticks and Felt Like Jazz, but I do think that Richter goes into Felt Like Jazz, because I have played many a doubles games with my friends, where 2 of us have gone the Belmonts in like an 8-man lobby and just teamed and just been, we've had great fun. We were a pain to everybody else, but we had a really good time. So I think Richter goes in Felt Like Jazz. Then we have Cloud Strife. Now I know he was a lot better during Smash 4. I didn't actually get to play that much. I didn't own a Wii U at the time, but I still had a good fun with him as well. I put it in have fun. I had as much fun with Ike as I had with Cloud. Cloud's limit's pretty cool, and I think I played FF7 because I played Cloud and Smash. So That's pretty cool. And then I found Fighter's Pass here, Joker's on this list. Now, when I got Joker in Smash, I'd never played Persona before. I think my love for Persona is probably putting Joker a bit higher than he should be. I would probably initially put him in Had Fun, but I do think that the character was really cool, and I'm also a big Persona fan. I think that's probably putting it in. I don't know. Did I have as much fun with Joker as I did with K. Rool? I think I had as much fun with Joker as I had with the Belmonts, I think. So it's probably going and Felt Like Jazz. I am realising that there are a lot of Smash Ultimate characters here, but again, as I said, I changed so much throughout the 3 years that I played that game. To round off Ultimate, we've got Ultimate Ike. I think ended up being my default character whenever we just played. I'll put it in Had Fun, and then DK, Felt Like Jazz. I think the Alfred made this comment in his video as well. The longer you've stopped taking Smashes seriously, the more fun you find DK. He's fucking hilarious. You have a great time with him. You might lose most of the time, but it's great for casuals, and with items on, DK is brilliant. So yeah, DK's going in there. Also, on a different note, me and another friend of mine, we've both realised just how much fun we enjoy playing with items in Smash. If you're die-hard competitive, then right, fair enough. We used to be as well, but ever since we've all started just chilling a lot more out with the game, items is super, super fun. And now these are the Street Fighter games. I have not played much of them, and I'm also not very good at them, but these are the ones that I played. We'll start with Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Game Boy Advance. The controls of this game are painful. I'll actually bring up my Game Boy Advance now. Playing Street Fighter on this form factor is genuinely painful. Trying to execute any combo on the little D-pad is not fun. However on that, I did learn how to play Ryo on this console. I'm going to put it in Had Fun. I learned how to play. I enjoyed playing Ryo. I think I did a brief stint with him in Smash, but I don't think I ever considered that Ryo main. That was more just, I like Street Fighter, I want to play Ryo. So I'll put it there. Now, Chun-Li from Third Strike's next on the list here. I am, again, terrible at Third Strike, and I really wish I was better because it's such a fun game. Obviously there's the cool parry clip from a few years ago that everyone saw, but also, I think it was last year's EVO. I can't remember what his name was, the guy, but he took this low tier character and just took him to the top, which was really, really cool to see. So I think I will... I think Chun-Li sort of gets a tier of her own. Skill issue, that's what I'll put it in now. Whereas I really enjoyed playing it, however I am dog shit, so Chun-Li's going a skill issue. And I've started playing Street Fighter 4 recently, and I'm really enjoying Cammy in that. I don't think I've put enough hours into the game to put it any higher, but I'm really enjoying the character. So I'll put in Had Fun so far. I think that's the end of the fighting games. Now we get on to pretty much everything else here. Start with Mario Kart. Rosalina is my GOAT for Mario Kart. It's going straight into GOAT on the sticks. The old Mario Karts, I didn't really give a shit if who I played. I think I played Luigi or something, but I don't count that. I didn't really play much of the one on the Wii, because we didn't own that, and I didn't own the DS one either. But the first one I owned was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch. Rosalina, I 3-starred all the gold trophies on there. I couldn't find one with the Rosalina bike. It's the best Rosalina picture I could find for Mario Kart, but it's just completely goated. And Rosalina also I made in Mario Party Superstars as well, and again Felt Like Jazz. But I also, in the older Mario Parties, obviously you can't pick Rosalina because she's not in the game. What is going on with my camera here? That's better. Okay, right. Camera's now fixed. But in the older Mario Parties, like I say, you couldn't play Rosalina, so we ended up playing Princess Peach, especially in Mario Party 5 that I played with a friend earlier this year. I think Peach was fun. I think I had a really, really fun time with it. I think we'll probably put it in... I'll put it in Felt Like Jazz as well, because we won a lot with it. We're playing Peach. I don't believe there is custom dice in that game. No, there's not. But Peach is just goated, so you gotta put Peach on there. Well, actually, no, we can do Rivals of Aether, and then we are I think, stretching the definition of what a main is in a game. I played Rivals of Aether 2 about the same time I played Melee this year. We stuck to the characters. I had fun with Zetaburn. I had fun with whatever the fucking frog one's called. I can't remember. But I did land on the Polar Bear one, and I thought this guy was fucking brilliant. I turned my brain off. I had fun with combos. He had a massive fucking AoE from what I remember. I'm putting Felt Like Jazz. The brief amount of time that I played Rivals of Aether 2, Italis was just like fantastic, so he's definitely going in there. Yeah, now we are definitely stretching the definition of a main. Ultimate Chicken Horse, great party game. I've played it loads over the last like 5 years with friends. You got to pick the raccoon. I think just had fun because he makes absolutely zero difference to anything going on here, and he's just there. I think Ringo from Puyo Puyo Tetris is the same logic as in the main makes a difference. However, I really like Puyo Puyo Tetris, and Ringo's character is quite cool. So felt like Jazz to just like differentiate it all. Actually, no, fuck it. Ringo, go it on the sticks. I cannot tell you just how much Puyo Puyo Tetris I played over the last like 2 weeks or so. Ever since I put it on my 3DS, I've just been playing it sort of non-stop, and I'm a big fan. So yeah, Ringo's going up there. Now we move on to Don't Starve. Now, I've played these games a lot over the years, and I do have two mains, I would say. If I'm playing with somebody new to the game or somebody not very good, I go with Wilson, because he's the most sort of, like, he's the most kind of basic character, if you know what I mean. Like, he's resourceful, he'll get stuff done, we can survive the longest with that. So I pick Wilson. However, if I'm playing with friends who do know what they're doing, I've got to pick my boy Maxwell. He's just like fantastic. He has like no health, but he's got some really cool abilities, and I've put many hours in, especially a few years ago. We had this like Don't Starve Together server with a few of us in. Maxwell were just like goated. I was Maxwell. We had one friend who was Weber. I believe another friend was the librarian, but I've forgotten her name. I've forgotten what my other friend was as well. But there was a crew of 4 of us. You really enjoyed playing the game, and I picked Maxwell. Maxwell's like really cool. Now, TF2, I haven't played it in years, oh dear, but I did play quite a lot of Pyro. I wasn't very good at Pyro, but you don't need to be. You just need to press W and M1 to get the basics of it going, and know how to spy check and know how to aeroblast. I'm putting him in had fun. I enjoyed playing TF2. I was not good at TF2. None of us are good at TF2. None of my friends who played it were very good at TF2. But yeah. Pyro's kind of sick. I guess Bloons TD6 I think is up next. Yeah, we've got Quincy now, I think is in my hand. I never really messed around with the Bloons heroes. I kind of just picked Quincy because he was the first one I saw, and I really enjoyed playing with him. So I thought, yeah, why not? I'm probably going to put Quincy in, probably had fun, I guess. Now, Overwatch. My Overwatch days were only like 2 years, of like 2017 to 2019, but Junkrat was like my goat. I'm not good at first-person shooters. I'm like pretty terrible at Call of Duty. I'm not great at Halo. I'm not good at Gears of War, but I am good at just chucking stuff into places or doing something that doesn't require much aim, but like a lot of movement, which is why I enjoyed playing Pyro. I think I also played Zenyatta in that game as well, but I forgot to put him on this list. So here we are. Actually, no, fuck it. We're gonna grab Zenyatta. Right now I've got Zenyatta as well. I think Zenyatta's going and felt like Jazz. Because I didn't really play much supports as well. Obviously, after I finished with Junkrat, I want to play somebody else. Obviously, Soldier 76 was not getting a shoe-in at all. I didn't play Hanzo that much or anything like that, and I thought I want to do support. Zenyatta, and I really enjoyed it. It was a really cool supporting / DPS kind of role. It was kind of like how Moira was supposed to be played before everyone just started playing her as DPS. I suspect you're wondering why Infernape's on this list, because as far as I'm aware, there's no game you can actually main Infernape. However, Pokemon Platinum was my first game as a child, and I just soloed through it with Infernape. So for that reason, he's going goat on the sticks. Like, I don't have anything else to say for that one. Now, Hades is on here, and I know you can't really main anyone, but you can main a weapon, and I would say your Twin Fists were just perfect for me. Like, I played all the Hades weapons. I put a good stint in Hades on the Switch a couple of years ago now, and I just enjoyed the Twin Fists. Like, everything felt free. It felt just like no enemy was too difficult. It was all about mobility and then getting in there, getting a lot of good damage in. It was very much like a death by 1,000 cuts, just how you were dealing with the enemies here. And I just found it just super easy with the Twin Fist. So, yeah, that's why they're going and felt like Jazz. I don't think they quite go to the level of Goat and Sticks as these guys are. But they're definitely pretty cool. Jaden Yuki's on here from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. But more specifically, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Now, I did used to play this quite a fair bit. Especially like 2017 to 2019, I believe was my sort of peak of playing Duel Links. You got less life points, and it was supposed to be slower paced, but now it's like very fast paced. But when I was playing it, heroes were quite a big thing. and Jaden was there. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, he's going there. Most of you probably don't know who this is. So in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, you have a choice between either playing as one of two assassins, Jacob or Evie. They're called the Fry Twins. Jacob was obnoxious as fuck. And for the most part, you could choose which one you want to play for most of the game. Obviously, some missions you have to be Jacob, some missions you have to be Evie, I think. But I just kind of picked Evie for almost all of them. I'm putting that down here, is that you had to pick an assassin to play. She was the better of two evils. Jacob was just so blah, 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 blah. I just wasn't a fan too much of him. I guess he's cool in the DLC, but yeah, it's going to be Evie down there. Now, these guys here, the Ottomans from Age of Empires 3. I would say these guys are just like one of some of the best civilizations in that game. If you don't know what Age of Empires is, I'm sure most of you know what Age of Empires is. It's like an RTS game. You conquer, you take down the nations. Kind of like Civ is how I describe it. It was like Civ before there was Civ. I think this came out first. But anyways, in Age of Empires 3, the Ottomans give you an extra settler per turn, so it's just a great resource generation. Yeah, a very nerdy reason why is on there. Nothing like particularly cool about it apart from that. I don't even think they've got the Janissaries, which is their own sort of unit, and they're pretty cool, they're pretty strong. I know in the campaign, they're like quite a tough enemy to deal with, but yeah, they're pretty cool. We've got two here from Borderlands 2. I started playing Zero, and I would say Zero was okay. It was okay to play Zero, but Krieg was just fun. It's the same reason why DK's on this list as well in this category. You got someone here where I press V and my brain switches off. I'm going right full in there, just take them down, do what you can. If we die trying, we die trying. That's why Krieg gets on here, because it's just fun. We are now getting into definitely the more obscure things down here now. Lego Marvel Superheroes is what this one's from. This is the Iron Man Mark 42 suit. I mean, in free roam, you've got to pick somebody. And Iron Man has the best abilities of them all, and he's the fastest to get around. So he's going and had to main somebody, because you've got to pick someone going in free roam around that place, and he's kind of the best character you've got. And then we have Valorant. I don't know why this got so far down on the list, but this is Sova from Valorant. Now, I haven't played too much of Valorant. I only played Valorant because my friends are playing Valorant, which meant I obviously kind of had to play Valorant. I kind of just picked Sova because he reminded me of Hanzo from Overwatch, and my kind of role would essentially just like get myself killed to draw out other enemies. So it's going in skill issue, where if I was better at the game, I would have enjoyed playing him more, but unfortunately I was terrible. Again, this is a speedrunner from Speedrunners. Again, I don't have very strong feelings on this. I think it's a bit better than How to Main Somebody, because I do enjoy playing Speedrunners quite a lot. I played it loads back in the day, so going in it was okay. However, we've got Darth Vader here from Star Wars Battlefront, the original. I played this at my mate's house a few months ago now, because he's got an old Xbox. Darth Vader is just so cool. So cool, so agile. I see it's going straight and felt like jazz. And then finally on this tier list, again, you can't really main Yukiko from Persona 4 Golden, because you have your own character, and I didn't want to pick a specific persona because they all change throughout the game. But I picked Yukiko because she ends up on almost every team. She's got a great damage output. I think she's a priestess, which is a persona thing she uses, and she's got good damage output, and she's got great healing as well. So I'm putting it in had fun, because she was great to have on almost every team. I think this is the entire list now. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I certainly had quite a lot of fun doing this. If there's anything else that you'd like to see in the future, please let me know. But I've got a list of ideas to go through, so I'm just going to keep rattling through those. Take care, folks. Have a good weekend. Goodbye. Peace.